So today we're here to talk about career-focused programs in the social sciences. My name is Rachel Dorfman-Tanlick. I am our Director of Enrollment Management, and I'm going to let my colleagues introduce themselves. Heather, do you want to talk?
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Heather Schloss, and I am the Student Advisor for Asia and the Pacific.
And I'm Maggie Montgomery, and I'm the Student Advisor for programs in the Americas and Southern Europe.
I love that you both have very representative backgrounds of your region right now. This is great. Really letting people imagine you and your environment. So getting into it a bit, today we're here to talk about students in the social sciences. So the social sciences are really a very wide variety of fields and career paths. So what study abroad could look like for them could really cover a pretty wide swath. Why study abroad is important for students in these fields. For many of them, international experience is really essential to understanding their chosen field. It provides a context for their studies, gives them the ability to learn more about cultures that they may someday collaborate with, and also lets them learn the political and economic structure of other countries. So today we're going to talk specifically about 3 programs that we're incredibly excited about. Universitat Pompeu Fabra in Barcelona, Spain, and we have Maria Mateo here joining us to help answer questions. Tokyo International University in Japan, and Vesalius College in Brussels, Belgium, and we have Edgar and Margarita here to answer questions about Vesalius. We are really excited about these programs. They are in world-class cities that we think your students will find compelling. UPF and Vesalius are especially ideal for highly motivated students who are really seeking to carve out their own experience. They may be students who are studying a language, things like that, really career-focused students. So you don't have to worry about copying this down. We are going to distribute these slides, but we wanted to put this up here to give you a bit of an overview. A few things that I wanted to note is that UPF does have a fairly high GPA requirement. Students need to have a 3.0 to be eligible to attend that program. So this is definitely a program designed for students who are really academically focused. TIU, Tokyo International University, does accept sophomores, but the other 2 sites are for juniors and seniors only. And at UPF, students can take courses in English or in Spanish, whereas our other 2 sites are students can always take their courses in English. And with that, we're going to turn it to Maggie.
Hi, so I'm really excited to talk about our program at Universitat Pompeu Fabra in Barcelona. And like Rachel mentioned, we have Maria Mateo, our resident director from UPF here. So excited to get a chance to talk to her after a few questions. So UPF is a top-ranked university around the world and highest ranked in Spain. They've got an interdisciplinary studies program that is a brand new program that they're debuting in spring 2021 that promotes an interdisciplinary approach it's very hands-on and will combine different disciplines, STEM, communication, humanities, and social sciences. So this program is really about getting students to think creative, about problem solving, and global issues that are great for students studying multiple subjects. And at UPF, students can mix and match coursework, so they can take courses across disciplines. They can also take coursework in both English and Spanish alongside local students. So this program is really great for your high achieving students. Students do have to have upperclassmen status to be in the 3rd or 4th year of study. This is a great program for students who want a rigorous academic experience, but in a classic European destination. And UPF is great for Spanish learners, but also for your heritage Spanish speakers. They have a course that's specific Spanish language for heritage speakers, which is really unique to this program. So here we've got some of the spring 2021 courses offered in the social sciences, and we also wanted to highlight that Spanish language courses are available from the beginner up to the advanced level, and then like we mentioned, there's a special course for heritage speakers of Spanish. So UPF has a really great undergraduate research program. This is great for your high achieving students who are hoping to conduct independent undergraduate research while they're abroad. So this is for upper level undergraduate students. It will be there. They offer opportunities in economics, political science, history, and law, to name a few. This is part of a student's overall course load and grants 6 ECTS, which is equivalent to 3 US credits. This is an honors program, so applicants will have to have a minimum GPA of 3.3 at their home university, but the program is open to both students who have a strong command of Spanish or students who are still learning Spanish because they can conduct research in English or Spanish. So for this program, some additional fees may apply, but it's a case by case.
And just to hop in here, definitely if you have any students who are already eyeing graduate school, this is an unbelievable opportunity for them to have a graduate school application that's going to really stand out because they've already participated in international research.
Definitely. So the housing at UPF, students live in a residence hall called Campus del Mar, where they'll be living with other international students as well as some students from Spain. They're double occupancy rooms that come fully furnished, ensuite bathroom, fully equipped kitchen. It's in the lively Barceloneta neighborhood, which is one of Barcelona's most well-known neighborhoods. There's right on the sandy beaches with a lot of restaurants and activities to do nearby. It's really quintessential Barcelona, couldn't be in a better location. And it's within walking distance to campus as well. And here we've got the budget. So the program includes on-site resident director, somebody is there with students to help, and then also airport pickup, and you can see sort of some of the other expenses there. UPF also has a service learning program, which is great for students who are looking to get involved in the community while they're abroad. This will be a virtual option for fall 2020, but then in future terms will be available on the ground in Barcelona in person. So this program offers students the opportunity to contribute to nonprofits based in Barcelona to make a difference in the local communities, whether they're there or virtually. This will allow students to learn about Spanish and Catalan culture, the different ways of life in Barcelona, while gaining intercultural competence and remote work skills, which are both pretty critical in today's world. So Maria will provide guidance and support to all virtual volunteers this fall, facilitating online cultural sessions and being available for questions and assistance. So students can volunteer at over a dozen organizations. There's different fields. Each organization may have different needs and requirements, but some past examples have been Oxfam, a Baobab, NGO Consulting, or Melting Pot Cooking Barcelona. So lots of different opportunities to get involved. So why at UPF? It's sort of the best of the best. It's in one of the most requested cities in Europe, in a great neighborhood, but also at a really highly ranked university with some of the top academics in their fields. So it offers academic rigor and opportunities to get involved in the community, to get some undergraduate research experience, which is really unique. And now I'm going to pass it off to Heather to talk about our program at Tokyo International.
Perfect, thank you, Maggie. So now we'll jump into Tokyo, Japan and talk about Tokyo International University. So TIU is located in Kawagoe, which is a suburb just outside Tokyo. It's about 30 minutes outside the city. This university is really known for its commitment to internationalization and career preparation. It certainly lives up to the name, with about 1,300 students being international on campus. So local students really are welcome and willing to really engage with other international students on campus and in extracurricular activities. I will say that also Tokyo just has such a unique blend of a traditional Japanese culture while also still being a very modern metropolitan city. And this is still especially true in Kawagoe, even outside the city. It was traditionally a more supply and commerce center outside the city. And so old warehouses, it's known as the warehouse district. And Kawagoye has a bunch of warehouses from the 17th and 19th century that have actually been converted into new areas with boutiques and restaurants and traditional craft stores inside. So just all around the city and in the area around campus, students are going to have a really unique blend of modern and a tradition within the campus environment as well. So we're really excited about this setting in this university. Who should go to TIU? So there are plenty of economics courses available for our students studying economics. And I will say that usually students will have kind of a business focus when it comes to economics majors or a social science focus. And luckily TIU offers courses for both realms and for both options. There will also be plenty of course options for international relations and area studies, as well as security studies. At TIU, students are going to have the opportunity to choose from 2 different programs. There's the e-Check program and the Japan Studies program. So the e-Check program are courses taught in English and a little bit more subject or discipline focused. And then of course the Japan Studies program has a little bit more culture and language courses, but students, regardless of which one they primarily enroll in, can take courses from both. So that they will have access to a diverse variety of courses. And as I mentioned, students will be able to experience Tokyo without necessarily being in the heart of the city, which sometimes can be a little bit daunting. The train into Tokyo is about $6 US, so very affordable. And then once students are in Tokyo, they have access to the bullet train, which can get them anywhere across Japan. And then they can also travel internationally if they want to explore Asia a little bit farther out. So here are some example sample courses for these disciplines. As I mentioned, economics, there are business and social science focused economics courses, as well as international relations, security, and those cultural, social classes and Japanese studies as well. So a really great variety. And if students need any help finding courses, I'm always happy to assist. There is an optional internship program. So if students really are kind of more career focused or want to get some work experience while they're abroad, this is a great option. This internship is offered through Riorzin Park, which is an entrepreneurial co-working space. Internships can be arranged in both Japanese and English, but preference is for some Japanese language proficiency. I will say that the internship is unpaid. However, students will have their costs of transportation as well as lunch while they on any working days covered by the internship. So some costs are alleviated by participating in this really great experience. When it comes to campus and community involvement, I will say TIU is really, really engaging with their international students. They already have a very international student body, and so they are ready and welcome to accept ISEP students into their organizations. They have a peer assistant program specifically for the Japan Studies program students who may need a little bit more help or support, kind of adjusting to a host family, or the language barrier, or just socialization. They're always there to have a little bit of peer support. There's also a unique aspect to campus, which is the Japanese Plaza and the English Plaza. And the Japanese Plaza is just a relaxed environment where students can test out their language skills. There's also students and faculty that are usually around the plaza that can help if they have any specific questions, or if they just want to practice their conversational Japanese. It's a really great spot that does host some cultural and social activities as well. Conversely, the English Plaza does that for students wanting to practice their English, and it's also kind of a hangout and homework spot if students want to find another location on campus to kind of congregate and meet others. There's also cultural and seasonal events that occur all year round, so another kind of lively location for students to meet up on campus. There are student organizations, plenty for students to choose from. I will say that there are 2 kinds of organizations. There are the student clubs and the student circles. And in Japan, the clubs refer to a more committed 4-year kind of organization that they're going to work with. So that's more for full-time students, but there are also still plenty of student circles, which are a more casual kind of organization where students can participate if they're there for a semester or a full year, and engage with the campus as well. So plenty of options for them to meet international students and also local Japanese students. When it comes to housing, as I mentioned, so the Japan Studies program, students will be housed in a homestay in a single room. And the E-Track program, students will be in dorms or the International Student House. I will say that TIU is also really wonderful in accommodating any mobility needs or support needs. So we just request that if any certain accommodations need to be made, just let me know ahead of time so we can prepare for those accommodations as best we can early on. I will also say that Japan has had its fair share of natural disasters or health and safety crises, and so they are really wonderful in response and communication, both with our team and with students directly. So we love to have kind of great communication within our coordinators, and they certainly have that support. When it comes to the budget that we offered here is from the E-Track program, which does include housing and a student dorm. This also includes airport pickup and the optional internship. So with fees included, it's about $13,350, but whenever all other personal expenses are accounted for, we estimate about $17,200, which is still a great price for a program that offers so many opportunities for engagement and the professional development as well. Overall, by TIU, there is really tremendous access to Tokyo. It's such an iconic city, metropolitan, but still paying respect to the tradition of the city and the country. They can, of course, travel across Japan as well as Asia more broadly if they're interested in. There are small classes at TIU and a very international campus. I believe the student ratio is about 9, the student to faculty ratio is about 9:1. So they have plenty of contact hours and time to engage with their faculty professors, as well as other international students and Japanese students in their classes. These are great academic opportunities, and they still do have access to those cultural and language courses. So if they want to blend or if they want to specialize in either, they do have that flexibility. So all the more reason for students to be excited and want to apply to TIU. So with that being said, I will pass it off to Rachel to talk about Vesalius.
Thanks, Heather. So now we're going to talk a bit about Vesalius, which is located in Brussels, the headquarters for NATO and the European Union. Obviously, their central location makes it incredibly easy for students to travel throughout Europe. Vesalius is also well known for their small interactive classes, so students can get a lot of personalized faculty attention. They really focus on theory to practice, so they're really ensuring that students who attend Vesalius are prepared to contribute to their chosen career field. And students obviously have unparalleled access to internships in the social sciences, businesses, communications. They're exposed to policymakers and decision-making processes at both the European and the global levels. So just a ton of access and opportunities. Who should go? This is great for 3rd or 4th year students seeking careers in international relations, global studies, political science, and government. Students interested in building an international network for future career opportunities, definitely those interested in foreign service, any kind of global politics, global business, anything along that line. Wanted to show you a bit of some of the sample courses here. They have courses in political science, economics, social science, international relations, and also security studies, which is a really great opportunity for students to explore something a bit more unique. I also wanted to highlight that in the fall, they offer a special European Peace and Security Studies certificate that students could enroll in. So one of the most unique offerings that Vesalius has is their internship program. Students are able to do either a single or a double internship. A single internship is approximately 12 to 15 hours of work per week. Double is about 25 hours per week. With each of these internships, students are completing a paper to gain academic credit. The single is about 3 US credits and the double is 6 US credits. And they would enroll in these internships in conjunction with their major specific coursework to earn a total of 12 to 15 credits depending on what they need. A few internship sites, past internship sites have included embassies and also NGOs that work with the EU. In terms of housing, students at Vesalius have 3 different options. They can stay in a homestay, which would include breakfast 7 days a week and dinner on weeknights. They can stay in a shared student flat, and the Vesalius housing coordinator would help them find that off-campus housing. They can also stay in a student residence, which would be a single room. In terms of what ISEP recommends, we really encourage students to live in the homestay. Brussels is a very international city and can be a bit transient, and we think this is a really fantastic way for students to get to know the local culture and the local people on a much deeper level and really get to interact with the culture of Belgium. All of the homestay families have a really good command of English, so it's a really positive experience for your students. In terms of budget, the internship is included in the program expenses that are billed by ISEP. The housing is billed separately and students would work directly with Vesalius to determine which housing they'd want and pay that directly to Vesalius. We have included it in our budget here as an additional estimated expense. Also wanted to note that the visa would require a visit to a Belgian consulate or embassy. So if you have students interested in this program, that's just one thing that they would want to plan for. So why Vesalius? It is located in a fantastic European city with excellent access to art, culture, history, architecture, everything you'd want in a traditional study abroad experience. There's really affordable travel connections throughout Europe, so it's fantastic for those students who are a little bit more independent and want to spend their weekends traveling throughout Europe. And also just really strong academic programs and obviously fantastic internship opportunities for those students who are really career-minded. So overall, I'd say this is a great program for students who want strong academics, a truly international experience, and great opportunities to put their course content into practice. So want to talk a little bit about some of the resources that we're going to provide to you. We will send an email out tomorrow with marketing resources, syllabi, budgets, all of the information that we showed you here. You'll also see a link to the OneDrive folder where you can find all of the resources from every single one of our ISEP in-depth presentations. And it's organized there by university. There's lots of great material there. We really recommend that everyone come and check that one out. And with that, we're going to open it up to questions. As a reminder, we have our representatives from Vesalius and Maria, who is our resident director at UPF here. So we'll open it up to questions. Oh, and Edgar also wanted to make sure that everyone's aware that Vesalius has recently updated their Bachelor of Public Relations and Global Communications. So they have a lot more courses in that area. So it's great for students who are interested in studying communications as well. Any questions?
Rachel, I think it would be great if Maria could introduce herself, and then maybe if Edgar and Margarita could introduce themselves. And then I do have a question about the internship and exactly what the process is for students who are interested in that, if they want to apply, and how they are placed.
Great. Maria, do you want to start and introduce yourself?
Sure. Hello, everybody. So Maria Mateo from Barcelona now, talking to you from Barcelona. My position, as Maggie said, and Rachel also, I think, is to support students while they are in Barcelona, from questions about courses at UPF, at the Pompeu Fabra University, helping with registration at the university, and then once on site also providing that support to students in terms of, again, academic support and also more into experiential learning, or helping them adjust to the culture in Barcelona. I have many years of experience in study abroad, and I know the city well. And I'll be also supporting students with a volunteering program for those who are interested in doing it, as Maggie said, online this fall, but then on site starting next spring 21, and yeah, supporting students. If you have questions, please let me know.
Great. Edgar and Margarita, do you want to introduce yourselves? And it looks like we already have a question from Robert about Vesalius, but we'll let you introduce yourselves first.
Hi, hello, my name is Margarita. I'm the study abroad and internship coordinator at Vesalius College. And yeah, just to answer the question from Robert, yes, we do have Belgian students, and we also have the students from all across Europe at Vesalius College. It's quite an international atmosphere. In terms of internship procedure, so for example, for the spring semester, the deadline to submit the internship application is mid-November, so they need to apply online, and they will need to submit their CV, cover letter, and also the letter of recommendation from a professor, for a university professor. So once we hear back from the partners, because they have to submit 3 applications for 3 different partners, we will let them know, and they can have a Skype interview so that they can be selected for the internship. Just during the internship, they will be assigned to an internship advisor, which is part of the faculty, so that they can ask a question if they have any problem or whatsoever. They can always ask the internship advisor, also myself and Edgar, no problem.
Hello, everyone. My name is Edgar Felix, and I also work at Vesalius College in the study abroad office. I also manage the internships when it comes to master students, because also we have a program for master students. Something also important that we would like to mention when it comes to the internship is that if you have students that you would like to send to complete an internship, we always require your support when it comes to asking the students to proofread the CV and also the cover letters with the writing center in your home institutions, because on that way they will be more successful when it comes to the job placement in the internship. I previously mentioned a little bit when it comes to our bachelor in public relations and global communications. Actually, during these semesters coming along, we have more classes when it comes to lobbying in the European Union. So there's a lot of political communication courses that they have been recently added in the syllabus. So that's it. If you have any questions, please let us know.
Great, thank you. Any other questions? So Heather, we have another great question from Robert. He's asking, do TIU Japanese students also take these courses with international students?
Yes, so with the e-track program, there are going to be courses in English, but Japanese students are going to be enrolling, as well as other international students. So e-track is a big, it really attracts a lot of international students who enroll full-time at TIU, but they will also be Japanese students in the classes as well.
Great. And we have a question from Tiffany. She asked, for Vesalius, do intern students need to prepare a prospectus for internships, or how does the placement process work exactly?
So basically, yes, they have to apply online, and our internship partners, they just shortlist them and they let us know which candidate they would like to interview. And then once they have the interview, they let us know about who they would like to select for the internship. And normally the students, once they receive the internship offer, they have 24 hours to let us know if they want to accept or decline the offer. And this is very important because we ask the student also to sign code of conduct just to make sure that they are responsive. This is quite important.
Great. Other questions? Well, thank you all so much for coming today. An extra special thank you to Margarita, Edgar, and Maria for staying up late with us and participating. We really appreciate it. And thank you again, everyone, for attending our final ISEP in-depth of the summer. So please do keep an eye out for the resources. Every single one of these presentations has been recorded and is available to you along with a whole slew of other fantastic resources that Melody and Rory have created to facilitate you advising. We got a question from Dea actually saying, oh, thank you. We're glad these sessions have been helpful. We are planning on doing more in the fall, so keep an eye out. We're going to take a little break for a few for more sessions to come in the fall, and yeah, we look forward to continuing the ISEP in-depth series. Thank you all so much for coming.
Yeah, I'll add, if anyone is interested, we're going to be doing a marketing session in the coming weeks, so we'll be announcing that really soon. And then if you have specific requests for sessions you'd like to see for the fall, either a specific degree or field of study or anything like that, please let us know. We want to make sure these are as useful as possible for you so that we are all, you know, working to get as many students abroad as we can. So definitely let us know what topics you're interested in and we'll try to provide those.
All right. Thank you, everyone, and have a fantastic morning, afternoon, night, wherever you may be. Thank you again.